What if I told you that there is actually a very simple and surprisingly affordable powder that can truly help melt away your stubborn, hard-to-lose body fat, help you build real, noticeable muscle, and even put out that damn inflammation that's been wreaking havoc in your body? All without needing to follow any weird, complicated, or expensive programs? Just imagine something that's been researched so much, is so safe and so effective that scientists are still discovering new benefits from it to this day. It's not something strange or unusual either, and it's not some closely guarded secret that only bodybuilders know about. Almost anyone can use it, and especially for those over 60, its effects are like a miracle. I'm not here to promote some trendy thing or sell you a magical cure. I'm here to talk about science, about something that really works, and how we can stay strong, energetic, and active as we age using proven tools. Today we're going to dive into one of the most powerful supplements, which is surrounded by a lot of misconceptions, and that's creatine. We want to see exactly how it works, how to use it properly, and why just 5 to 7 grams of this powder a day can completely transform your life. So why does this become even more important as we get older? Why should you, at 65 or 70 years old, care about a powder that everyone thinks is just for young gym goers? The answer lies in 3 problems that almost all of us struggle with: inflammation, slowed metabolism, and muscle loss. These are the main reasons behind fatigue, weakness, stubborn weight gain, and those body aches that never seem to go away. And the point is, creatine directly addresses all 3 of these problems. It's like it presses a button in our body that says, yes, we can still be strong, we can still feel energetic, we can still enjoy life. Just think about inflammation for a moment. We hear this word everywhere, but what does it actually mean? Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or stress, but when it becomes chronic, like a fire smoldering under the ashes, it leads to joint pain, heart disease, distraction, and an overall feeling of fatigue and soreness. As we age, even when we're not sick, our bodies send out more inflammatory signals. It's like a car alarm that keeps going off for no reason, and eventually just drives you crazy. Now add a slower metabolism to that. Your body burns fewer calories at rest. Your cells don't produce energy like they used to. You might have noticed that you can't eat like you did when you were younger without gaining weight, or you constantly feel tired, even when you haven't done anything strenuous. And finally, we get to sarcopenia, or muscle loss, which starts around age 30 and accelerates after 60. Less muscle means less strength, less balance, less independence, which means a higher risk of falling and fractures, and gradually you have to say goodbye to the activities you love. So when I say creatine fights inflammation, boosts metabolism, and builds and maintains muscle, I don't just mean looking good, I'm talking about quality of life. I mean being able to play with your grandchildren, do your own shopping, carry your groceries yourself without getting exhausted, and being able to travel. The freedom that a healthy, active body gives you. But before anything else, let me put your mind at ease. What exactly is creatine? Creatine is not a steroid. It's not some strange experimental lab powder either. Creatine is a natural substance that our own body produces in the liver and kidneys and stores in the muscles. What does it do? It helps produce ATP. And ATP is the main fuel for all the cells in your body. When your muscles contract, when your brain thinks and processes information, and when your heart beats, all of these vital actions run on ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. Creatine helps this essential fuel get replenished more quickly. Now, the best and most thoroughly well-researched type is creatine monohydrate. It's affordable, safe, and has proven itself for decades. Don't fall for the company's ads trying to sell you more expensive and fancier forms. Scientific research has shown time and again that plain monohydrate is proven to be more effective than all the other types, so don't waste your money on this. Now let me tell you a little secret that new research has discovered. It's about how you take creatine. It's almost as important as taking it itself. Creatine needs salt to get into the muscle. Yeah, you heard that right, salt. When you take creatine with a bit of salt or an electrolyte drink, it gets absorbed into the muscles 40 to 50% more. Why? Because if your body is low on salt, creatine stays outside the muscles and causes that same bloating and puffiness that some people complain about. So if you've experienced bloating with creatine before, that's the reason. The problem isn't taking too much of it. The problem is not getting enough salt. So what does creatine do once it gets into the muscle? This is where things get exciting. Research has shown that those who do resistance training and take creatine build about 1 kilogram more muscle on average. But here's the interesting part. They also lose about 700 grams of fat. Let me say it again, both muscle gain and fat loss. When we look at strength as well, the results are amazing. Those who take creatine can, on average, lift 5 kilograms more with their upper body and 12 kilograms more with their lower body. What does this mean in everyday life? It means you get up from a chair more easily. Climbing stairs no longer leaves you out of breath, and you don't need help lifting a bag of rice off the ground. Even a slight increase in strength can change your life. So, how much should we take? It used to be said 5 grams a day, but new research says that 7 grams a day is better for most people, especially if you want to build muscle and strength. If you're over 50 and very active, or if you've lost a lot of muscle, some experts even recommend 10 to 15 grams a day. Don't worry. Creatine is one of the safest supplements in the world. Its risks are very low, but its benefits are endless. What about timing? To be honest, it doesn't really matter when you take it. What's important is that you take it every day. Don't obsess over whether you should take it before or after your workout. Take it whenever is most convenient for you, with a glass of water and a pinch of salt, and stick to it. Now let's get to something that might catch you off guard more than anything else. Creatine and the brain. Our brain, just like our muscles, works with ATP and is one of the most energy-consuming organs in our body. When you take creatine, you also replenish your brain's energy stores. What does that result in? Research shows that just 5 grams of creatine a day significantly improves memory. Especially in people over 65 years old, you'll remember names, dates, and details more easily. You'll follow conversations better. It's like switching from a flickering bulb to a strong, steady spotlight. Creatine also reduces mental fatigue. It gets rid of that heavy, foggy feeling you get after a long day of thinking or studying. There was a really interesting study done on people who were sleep deprived. They were given 20 grams of creatine a day, and researchers saw that their brain functions like decision-making and problem-solving almost returned to normal. Even their mood improved and they were less irritable. Of course, it doesn't replace sleep, but in tough situations, it's like a shock absorber for the brain. And now there are also some rumors. Let's put an end to them once and for all. Hair loss has been completely ruled out. Large and reputable studies have found no connection. You can use it with peace of mind. Kidney damage? No, that increase in creatinine in blood tests is completely normal and not a sign of damage. Of course, if you already have kidney problems, be sure to consult your doctor. Liver damage? No, this rumor comes from a study on lab rats where they were given astronomical doses of creatine. There is no evidence of liver damage in humans. Muscle cramps? This isn't because of the creatine itself. It's due to dehydration or a lack of electrolytes. Drink enough water. Take creatine with a bit of salt and the problem will be solved. Alright, let's summarize what you should do. As for the type of creatine, we said only creatine monohydrate is the cheapest and the best. The recommended starting dose is 5 to 7 grams per day. If you're older or very active, you can go up to 10 to 15 grams. Consistency is important. Take it every day. This is more important than anything else. As for how to take it, mix it with a glass of water and a pinch of salt to maximize absorption. It's completely safe for long-term use, meaning you can take it for years and there's no need to stop. In the end, it's not just about the number on the scale or the weights at the gym. It's about how you feel, what you can do, and the kind of life you want to live. Aging doesn't mean giving up. With the right tools like creatine, you can age with strength, dignity, and vitality. If you found this information helpful, go ahead and like this video right now. That way, more people will see this information. Also, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next videos. And finally, let me know in the comments how old you are and what your biggest health goal is for the coming year. I read all the comments. Remember, creatine builds muscle, burns fat, reduces inflammation, powers your brain, and supports your bones and immune system. Most importantly, it's simple and affordable. You just need to take the first step. Thank you for your time. Stay strong, stay curious, and always keep moving forward. Watch these videos as well. For more information, until the next video, take care.